Hi and Assalamualaikum. This presentation for our assignment for subject Principle of Islamic Economy. So, today our group's members will present 4 questions. So, the first question is my part with Izzah, which is describe the sources of income for Baitulmal in Malaysia.
Baitulmal is come from the Arabic term Baitulmal, which literally means house of property. Baitulmal is a financial institution that functions to maintain all public property or storage of valuables such as gold or silver money. In short, it also serves as a property investment sector for Muslims. At the same time, it serves to build a functioning Islamic bank and to directly trade the property of Muslims. On a cumulative basis, Baitulmal is the Islamic concept of property utilization.
There are various sources of Baitulmal income in Malaysia. Among them are zakat, qarash, jizyah, ushur, fa'i, ghanimah, wakaf, wasiat, sedekah, kafarah, khums, daryabs, and other. The first one is zakat. Zakat is the main source of income for the Baitulmal. Zakat is one of the pillars of Islam, which is the obligation to withdraw a certain rate from the property of Muslim and must be spent on certain groups who are entitled to asnaf. Second is jizyah. Jizyah is a right given by Allah to Muslims to demand it from the infidels because they are subject to the rules of Islam. Next, qarash means land revenue tax imposed on non-Muslims. In Sharia law, qarash is tax on the agricultural lands. Baitulmal is one of the agencies responsible for all government revenue, which is the right of all Muslims. Among the recommendations and suggestions is to empower and transform the role of Baitulmal in each state. As it is known, Baitulmal agencies are established in every state, so the role of Baitulmal in each state must work together to develop Baitulmal. By having high expertise and ability, Baitulmal can not only develop forward, but also become a respect institution in strengthening the socio-economic condition of Muslims, especially in terms of diversifying sources of income. In addition, it is proposed that the State Islamic Religious Council allow Baitulmal to be involved in commercial projects such as house project development, rental business development, petrol pump station business, and construction project development. Through this commercial project, it can increase Baitulmal income in Malaysia.
Next, the Baitulmal provide education aid. Students in primary and secondary school receive financial aid in the term form of scholarship. It is attributed to qualified students by the principal of its school. This award is available to students in grade 1 through 6, including students in special program. Aside from that, there is a general school aid program that will be used to cover school tuition and other expenses. This aid can alleviate the stress on parents. It can also prevent these children from dropping out of school owing to a lack of parental involvement, while giving them the same education chance as children from wealthy homes.
Next is question 2 about the difference between general wakaf and specific wakaf.
Now is the introduction and background. Wakaf is a form of worship by handing over property owned by a person for the use of Muslim with the intention of ibadah to get closer to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Wakaf in Arabic means to stop or withhold, while terms of Sharia is the handing over of property or property rights which are any physical loss for the consumer from the first time and down until the end. So the wakaf property cannot be taken back or owned by another individual. So the types wakaf is two, that is a general wakaf and specific wakaf. Next is the content of the discussion about the difference between general wakaf and specific wakaf. Firstly, in terms of concept, general wakaf is established by the wakaf for the general benefit of Muslim according to Islamic law and public interest which are specified and specific recipient for purpose. Meanwhile, the specific wakaf is for certain benefits for Muslim, and the wakaf person determine the wakaf recipient since the wakaf formation. So the second difference is in the form of wakaf. In general wakaf, that form of wakaf facilities or activities is aimed at the economic development of Muslim. Meanwhile, specific wakaf is an activity endowed land for mosque, religious schools, and cemetery by the endowment for the specific benefits of Muslim according to Islamic law.
Wakaf is also an instrument to eradicate poverty and solve socio-economic problems. Therefore, there are some suggestions to ensure that the wakaf industry in Malaysia can grow. First is through increasing public awareness of wakaf. Each party needs to play an essential role in highlighting and reciting topics related to wakaf in each of their study to provide continuous information on the importance of wakaf worship to Muslim. Next is to expand the implementation of wakaf in various sectors. There will be no benefit and effectiveness of the wakaf system if its implementation is limited to certain division or sector only. It needs to look at Islamic value and be combined with practical practice. This will attract and generate public trust in the relevance of wakaf as an important institution in the Islamic economic system for the life of the ummah now and the future. There are several contemporary wakaf practice based on the practice of cash wakaf. It is a wakaf that uses cash as an intermediary. It is easy to manage, has a high liquidity value, and can reach all walks of life. For example, first wakaf share. The State of Islamic Religious Council serves as a trustee, and the participant need to purchase the issue wakaf share and then reunite them. Second, flow wakaf is if to property for charitable purpose. Third, knowledge wakaf scheme aim to encourage the cash-strapped community as well as to fund the need of student and university facility. For example, UIA, UKM, and UPM. Fourth is corporate wakaf is to ensure that the benefit from the ownership of share transfer to wakaf are spent on charitable activity and religious institution. For example, Johor Corporation Berhad Company.
Question 3 is explain the concept of Al-Hisbah in Islamic economics and its function.
Introduction and background. Hisbah is an important element in the management of Islamic economics and serves as a system of supervision of an organization, individual, and society. The word Hisbah, according to language, derived from the Arabic word hasaba yasubu, which means counts and amount. The institution of Hisbah one of the cores of management and Islamic administration, which safeguards and oversees the welfare of the Muslim community, including politics, social, and Islamic economics.
Here, the content of this discussion is the matters related to the rights of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Mutasib plays a role in ensuring that all obligations must be fulfilled by Muslims. Everything are divided into three, namely matters related to worship, prohibition, and muamalat and munakahat. The role of Mutasib is that he has the right to reprimand people who do not perform the 5 daily prayers. Next, the matters related to human rights. 2 rights in good things, namely general rights and special rights. Public rights are related to the public interest. Special rights are in terms of individual problems in debt matters. Mutasib has the right to urge the debtor to pay off the debt. All things that can harm human beings and cause difficulties is strictly forbidden and can be prevented by Muhtasib. Last but not least, the recommendation and suggestion is monitored to behavior related to the faith and worship of Muslims. Faith and worship are the main pillars in the life of Muslims. These 2 things are very much emphasized by the Mutasib because it is a need that must be taken care of so that Muslims are not driven towards evil. Muslims are obligated to perform all the acts of worship commanded by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to get His pleasure. Mutasib is responsible for monitoring, advising, reprimanding, giving exposure, giving guidance, and so on to Muslims.
Example and current practice. First, every item market must be halal and obedient to Syariah. Islamic economic principles stipulate that every community market must be guided by the concept of halal and beneficial to consumers. Mutasib in this matter has the power to discipline and condemn those who commit such transgressions. Second point is attitude and actually of fraud, lying and deviation of goods and process are not allowed to occur. Actually of deception and lying commonly occur in economic activities for a society. This causes Islam to look up to true and honest traders in his business as well as promising punishment for all kind of fraud. Mutasib is dealing with committing fraud and misappropriation of traders on these commodities and price short payment them.
Question 4 is what constitute the difference and similarities between tax and zakat.
Introduction and background of tax and zakat. Tax are contributions that a government body imposes on people or business, whether they are local, regional, or international. The government determines the percentage of tax deduction from people or business. There are some punishment for those who fail to pay the tax within a given period of time. After that, zakat is term used in Islamic finance to describe an individual obligation to donate a certain percentage of their wealth to charitable purpose each year. Zakat is a Muslim practice that is both required and a form of worship.
Zakat and taxes are not always compatible, but they differ in many ways. Taxes are not religiously pure, while zakat is religiously pure. All citizens are subject to taxation. However, zakat is only imposed on Muslims. Next, zakat has a fixed source, but tax sources vary according to the need. Zakat is not compulsory to pay by Muslims, but paying taxes is mandatory for everyone. On the other hand, there is one similarity between zakat and taxation is that both must be paid despite the fact that either provide a direct or equivalent economic benefit to the zakat or taxpayer. There are many recommendations and suggestions for taxes. One of the recommendations is to have a good tax system in the country. The structure of an effective tax system should be designed to satisfy total spending needs, so the rates can be modified to attain the right level of progressivity, while other components of the tax system can be optimized. The next recommendation is to achieve progressivity in the most efficient manner possible. The government should have a rate schedule that reflects an understanding of the income distributions form and how people respond to taxes and benefits at various income levels. They must analyze the distribution of expenditure rather than merely the distribution of income to get closer to this goal. There are many recommendations and suggestions for zakat. Firstly, evaluate the performance of the board of zakat institutions. There must be a group responsible for supervising and evaluating the performance of the zakat institutions board. This could be led to the good bureaucracy of the institutions. Secondly, create better standard operating procedures in every zakat institution. Each zakat institution should construct a clear and complete SOP that governs the whole zakat process. The zakat institution's board of directors is committed in ensuring that SOPs is implemented in accordance with the institution's mission.
Example in current practice of the tax and zakat. For example, they are expected to pay 1/5 of their excess income after expense as comes, where Sunnis do not. Sunnis and Shiites have different interpretation of comes. According to the Niyaba doctrine, the Shia clergy's hierarchical structure is supported by at least a tenth of all zakat and comes collected by the Imam and his religious representative each year. International trade cooperation must be a part of a wide range of effective and well-coordinated multilateral response to the crisis. To increase fiscal space, it is crucial now more than ever to cooperate in the fight against tax avoidance and evasions, including illicit financial flows. That's all from our group. Thank you.